What would you say are the top 3 skills that network marketers should master to be successful online?
So there's 4, and there's 4 skills, and I'll share all 4 of those, and I'll do my best to try to be as succinct as possible. But I will probably go off on a tangent, so feel free to rein me in. So we talked about the downside, the challenge of one-on-one recruiting, particularly in the internet world, in this digital world. You can go and connect with people on social media and cold message them and, get a lot of rejection and a lot of people getting upset or frustrated with you. That's cool. And it works. Like, you connect with enough numbers, you're gonna get some results. But if you truly want to be able to thrive and speak to more people, you have to learn that not all prospects are created equally. And so my question to you, if you're watching this and you're listening to this and you're thinking, I think the old school way works. It's a numbers game. Some will, some won't, so what next? My question to you is, would you rather go one-on-one talking to, Jane prospect who's living in her, double wide trailer, right? And doesn't really have any ambitions, or check this out, or somebody who's got a job, even a job security, your normal corporate person who has job security, you have to convince them that there is an opportunity to do something that's better than their job. You have to convince them that network marketing is a great idea. You have to convince them that it's not a pyramid scheme. You have to convince them that they have to sign up as a distributor. You have to convince them that they have to buy from their own store and order every month in order to be successful. And then you have to convince them that they have to go out and recruit at least 3 other people, which we all know mean 30, 60, 90 other people if they ever want to have results. So you have to convince them of all these things. And frankly, that journey of convincing people that have a job that may not have the ambition, or maybe they're just like looky-loos, all those things, you have to overcome all of that. Would you rather talk to 100 of those people to get 1 or 2 that probably do nothing? Or would you rather be able to build an audience of people who are already pre-sold on the idea of network marketing? They've been in business before. Maybe they're currently in a business right now. They understand the value of direct sales. They understand the value of business and entrepreneurship. They have personal responsibility and accountability. They've done some personal development, and they're hungry and they really want results, and they're looking for mentorship. They're looking for a leader. Mm-hmm. Which one of those would you rather talk to? And what if you could talk to the second audience instead of one-on-one? You could build an ever-growing supply of those. So the first skill is how to attract your ideal perfect prospects. I call it audience attraction. We have a framework for that, right? So that's skill number 1. Any questions there, or shall I move on to skill number 2 and hopefully make it quicker?
I think it's perfect, like clear, super clear.
Great. So now there are people who have friends on social media, and they believe that social media is the best way to grow their business. And I don't disagree if you have skills to be able to do it effectively. But what most people do is they will post about their business opportunity. They will post about their products and services. They'll try to, connect with people and have conversations and go into pitch mode and recruit them and try to sell them stuff. And that's how traditionally offline network marketing was told you had to do. You approach enough people. And taking that model, taking that playbook and applying it online, where social clout, where we're in a socially driven world. We are not people are less likely to buy from a salesperson. And yet what they're taught to do is go and pitch, promote, recruit, post their products on social media, sale 50% off, buy one, get one, join my team today, yada, yada, yada. That's frankly obnoxious. It's going to piss people off. The ones that do join are going to be more business opportunity seeker. You're not recruiting up the socioeconomic chain like my good friend Todd Falcone talks about. You're recruiting down because you're attracting people who probably won't do anything. They're just looking for the next big thing, right? They don't have a strategic business mindset. Conversely, if you learn one skill, it's called authentic influence. If you learn how to influence people how to speak to them, how to share value, how to lead with value. So you've built your audience. Now you pour value into that audience. You share content that appeals to them and doesn't upset all of your other people in your sphere of influence. In fact, they will look to you as a leader, as an expert, as an authority, as somebody they want to be connected to. And your friends and family will support you because they'll see you sharing awesome stuff. And you're more likely to get them interested in joining your business, your friends and family, your warm market, doing it this way. But you're also, as you expand and grow your audience, you're increasing your influence with that audience. So you have people requesting more info, reaching out to you, asking you for stuff. So instead of pitching, selling, promoting, you now have people saying, hey, what are you doing? I want to be a part of that. This sounds interesting. That flips the dynamic from you being a salesperson to you being a person of value. And there's no replacement for that in this digital world, in this socially driven world. And the old method of selling, pitching, convincing versus creating influence, the new method, there's no comparison. And so my feeling is that if you learn these two skills, first of all, audience attraction, second one, how to create influence, how to create authority, how to become a credible person of value in their eyes, you're head and shoulders above everyone else. Mm-hmm. But there are two more skills. Any questions there? Does that make sense? You all getting this as you're watching?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I love how you call them, like how you coined these two terms, which I think it will stick into people's mind for sure.
Awesome. So hopefully you guys are getting value from this. Vincenzo is amazing. He's actually mastering this skill. He's using these strategies that we're talking about right now. Like, this is what he's doing. If you want to learn how to apply this, how to put this into practice, follow him, watch what he does, because this is not a guy who just talks about it, he's doing it. So, and he's a person of influence because of it. So,
and also I want to say, like, everything I learned, especially at the beginning of my journey, is from you guys, from you, Tim, from Mike, from Fernie. So again, guys, if you're watching this, you're in network marketing, you want to know more, you want to know how to explode your business, follow these guys. I'm going to put the link of Attraction Marketing Formulas book in the description. Honestly, it's going to change your mind, your life, your business, everything. And it changed it for me, for many other people I know, and it will do it for you as well. So thank you, Tim, also for your work.
Absolutely, man. My pleasure. So we got the first two out of the way. I told you I was going to go off on a tangent.
I love it.
All right. Number 3. So you've got an audience, an ever expanding audience that continues to grow. You're pouring value out. Now, if you don't know what to say or how to say it, I've got good news. This is regarding the other thing we're talking about. You have to do one of two things, preferably both. You have to be able to talk or type. Mm-hmm. Can you talk or can you type? If you could do one of those two things, you can use this strategy. Now, not everyone's going to type perfectly. You know, like they're not going to, maybe English isn't your first language, like Vincenzo. I don't know. You're probably, English probably wasn't your first language.
No.
But you learn and you get better over time. So you mentioned earlier copywriting. Yeah, you can learn copywriting. However, in this era where we're in this new digital paradigm, we have the mobile revolution. We have this device in our fingertips right now where we can create a broadcast television, just like we're doing right now. We can get our message out. We can connect with our audience. So that's the talking, right? You could do a podcast if you've got a face for radio and you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. Like, I don't love being on camera. I'm getting better at it. When I first started doing interviews, you should see them. They were horrible. True story. But today we have this device that gets us in front of the entire world in seconds. And we can create content that's an asset, a long-term asset. Maybe you have no audience right now, but as you build your audience, people will start seeing that asset you've created, that video, that live that you created, that podcast that you created over time. And it gets you more and more exposure, more and more snowballing impact. That's powerful. So where was I going with this? I'm going to segue now into the third skill set. So you're building your audience, you're growing that influence with that audience. The third thing is that people really struggle with is, now that I have people that are actually pre-qualified, that understand me, that like me, know me, and trust me, how do I have a conversation in an effective way that gets people to say yes? Well, Now that we've built that like, know, and trust, now that we've flipped the paradigm of instead of salesperson, you're a consultant, a credible expert, when people approach you, that shifts the dynamic of the conversations. But we still have to have a method, a way, a strategy for getting people to schedule with us.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend a simple way to do that, creating an automated scheduling system that checks your calendar. You block out time and it checks your calendar to see your availability. And whenever you're available, people can schedule time on your calendar. Now, that's the easy way to do it. We can get more sophisticated. We can have an application before that. We can have all kinds of stuff. But in the beginning, something like Calendly, just sign up for a Calendly account. When somebody reaches out and says, hey, I'm interested, show me more, you send them your link. Very, very simple, right? Super, super powerful. But getting people on a calendar, following up with them, reminding them, all that stuff, that's handled automatically, but you still have the actual conversation.
Yeah.
And the conversation dynamic is what I call the effortless enrollment strategy. And we don't have time to go into detail on what that looks like, but it's literally a questioning process. It's asking questions. And when you do this effectively, you lead them to internally making the decision to say yes to what you have before you ever make an offer. They're just like, I want to work with you. That's powerful. That's how you get 50, 60, 70, 80% of the people or more who you talk to say yes to joining you before you ever make them the offer, even in some cases, which is powerful. So imagine that. Picture having an ever-growing audience. Picture what would it be like for you to have more influence with that audience, have people reaching out to you saying, hey, I want to learn more, scheduling themselves on your calendar, automatically being followed up with, and you just show up on calls, have conversations, fruitful conversations, high-value conversations with people who actually want to be around you and are pre-qualified. And you convert most of those conversations into customers and team members. What will your business look like if you're doing 3 to 7, which is our average student success after 12 weeks of working with us? 3 to 7 people per week scheduling or joining your business, joining your team, or buying from you as a customer every single week. That's powerful. And over time, what would that mean for you? What would that mean for your life? That's the power of these first 3 strategies. These are the first 3 pillars of what you need to thrive today in this new digital paradigm of online digital network marketing. Okay, but there's a last one.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Now, this is where it gets fun. And by the way, if you're liking this, comment, let Vincenzo know, give a like, share this with somebody in the group, or maybe, I don't know how you get people outside of the group to look at this, but I'm sure you can.
YouTube, like if you're watching this on YouTube, share it on Facebook, on social media. Make sure that your team members are watching this, because obviously, the secret of success in network marketing, again, is duplication. So
which brings me to pillar number 4.
Here we go.
So, it's interesting. A lot of people want to put the cart before the horse. They want to plug into automation and tools. Look, this is a simple business. Like everything I talked about, you can do from this amazing device here, and spending some time connecting with human beings, and you still created a more leveraged way to build a business than 99% of network marketers out there. When you're getting so many results, when you're getting more people scheduling with you than you can handle, when you have a team you're building and you're wanting to duplicate a lot of stuff and build out more automation to give you more leverage, that's when we come to pillar number 4, which is to automate and duplicate. And it's really a simple thing, okay? We're not talking about doing sophisticated, these big sophisticated campaigns or anything. We're talking about putting simple systems in place that allow you to get your time back, that give you more freedom. Look, most people started in this business to create more freedom. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
So I'm going to share a story of Beck. So Beck came in as a multiple 6-figure earner. She was already doing well. She was working 60 plus hours per week, hardly spending any time with her family. She was doing 3 ways. She was doing supporting her team. She was personally recruiting people. She was helping her new people recruit new people. She was constantly on calls, on meetings, trying to build her business, grinding away, making money. But she sacrificed the most valuable resource, her most valuable asset, and that was her time. So she wasn't looking for the first 3 things. She was looking for number 4. She needed number 4 in her business because she wanted to make multiple 6 figures and eventually 7 figures in a more scaled, leveraged way to actually give her her time back. So she put this fourth pillar into place, and she's working an average of 4 hours a day now. She's making more money. She's a multiple six-figure earner. She was a six-figure earner before, and she's got her time back. And that's what we all got into this business for. So automating, duplicating, leveraging technology and systems when appropriate is super, super important. And that's how you get your time back. That's how you get more results in less time, with less energy, with less effort. It's not just leveraging other people's efforts, which you do, but you're leveraging technology, you're leveraging training, you're leveraging the ability to duplicate your results through educating your new members and onboarding them and getting them ramped up in their first critical 90 days. So that's where this strategy comes into play. So those are the 4 pillars that I think you need to survive and thrive in this new digital paradigm, these crazy times we're living in and beyond. Whether we have a great upswing in the economy or not, which I think it's going to be not, we have to embrace technology. We have to embrace the fact that we are living in a new era that requires network marketers to gain skills, to separate themselves from 99.9% of those building the old way. It's just essential. So that's my thesis, if you will,